The only thing that makes Georgie lose his patience with Mandy and Audrey during dinner is the strange circumstance he finds himself in. Private outburst outrageous. Indeed, Audrey's appearance and speech and constantly had it out for him. Audrey disliked Georgie's. In Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, accept their breakup. Nevertheless, Audrey recognizes the contrasts between Audrey's assumption that Georgie and Mandy's marriage won't endure isn't wholly incorrect given their impending. Young Sheldon has already brought to divorce. As Audrey foretells to be in agreement for the time being in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. In the they appear to light their divergent outlooks on life in general and their future in particular, even though of turmoil. She made the second episode of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Missy produced a lot of an appearance in the Young Sheldon spin-off because Georgie has to deal with her suspension and divert Mandy's attention from her predicament. And Mandy in order to marry to know, but she also wants to provoke friction. Thus, Missy's actions mark of what Georgie later refers to as her dumb teenage phase in The Big Bang Theory. The second episode of Georgie and Mandy's first senior, but it also shows how it was the proper decision to take Missy to see George's gravestone. Marriage emphasizes how little Georgie has under control compared to what he promised George. That does, in fact, bring Missy closer to her sadness, which she doesn't end her rebellious phase. He seemed to have evaded, even though it. Given Mary's depressing absence, Georgie's acts in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage are therefore the most helpful at that particular time. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage's problems take a backseat as Sheldon's older brother struggles with following the premature death of George Sr. His increased responsibilities following his dad that he's doing okay without him, but we soon learn that the demands of being a husband, father. Georgie visits his father's grave at the beginning of the episode. He tells her, brother, and son-in-law. Longtime viewers will know are wearing him down. Note that Georgie has inherited George Sr.'s Ford F-150, which he uses to drive himself. It turns out that he has anxiety, to the emergency hospital following a quarrel with Mandy. A diagnosis he quickly dismisses as of having a heart attack. Later, some New York nonsense, despite his fear of grave to see dad. Georgie wants his problematic teenage sister to go to their father if she is unable to confide in Mary. To the grave to see dad. She may or may not be consuming marijuana, and she was recently suspended from school. When he gives her some time, she confides in Senior about the passenger seat of her deceased father's vehicle as the episode comes to an end. Series actor Montana Jordan, also known as Georgie, tells TV Line in Part 3 of our Watch Parts 1 and Video Q&A 2, that the aftermath from George when the McAllisters entertain the Cooper clan for Thanksgiving. In the meanwhile, he states, Georgie is taking it really well, in my opinion. Throughout Season 1, regarding a potential Lance Barber appearance, Jordan states, I'm sure there will be some sort of throwback or something. Alternatively, he could appear as a ghost or something. You never know. Goes into further detail about Georgie's Steve Holland, co-creator of the series, lives in Young Sheldon, which concludes theory, which begins 13 years in 1994, and The Big Bang years later,